And all of that for a Kyle Busch win. How is it going, everybody? Well, the broadcast is buffering on my end, but I'm looking at the finishing touches of the Truck Series broadcast. This race was the 2024 SpeedyCash.com 250, 167 laps, 2 hours, 6 minutes, 52 seconds, 7 lead changes among 4 leaders, and 7 cautions on the night. I'm going to warn you now when it comes to the finishing order. NASCAR.com, at least for the bottom 3, has a different order than Fox did. I'm going to trust them because it's NASCAR versus Fox on this one, and come on. You know, NASCAR isn't going to get it wrong nearly as much as Fox will. Fox has a bit of a reputation. But let's look on into this really quick. Thank you to Sly Supersonic. KFB had to earn that one the hard way, 7 out of 10 race. He did have to earn that race. I'm not taking that away from him. But he definitely had to earn it. But yeah, you got to admit it. It's like, man, all of that, like right at the end, and Kyle Busch still wins. It is what it is, though. He is the best one out there. And, I mean, he should win those. He should. Shadowfire Sin, thank you for the 2. Your top 3 predictions for a third driver at 2311. Put me on the spot there. Chandler Smith, because of the Toyota development pipeline. Probably Corey Heim. And Denny Hamlin. It's about the best way I could put it on those. The two guys from the Toyota development program and moving up through the ranks, and Denny Hamlin because he's talked about wanting to race for his own team. And then Garabuki, thank you for the 5. Am I crazy for thinking that race was more exciting than the entire Martinsville weekend combined? Cool to see KFB win with those nifty colors. I definitely, it was better than the Cup race. I'll say that. But I think it was fairly decent for a Texas race standards. Definitely better than the Cup race last week. By the way, lick that like button. Let's get over 100 likes on the stream. Subscribe if you're new. We do this after every race, and I'm checking the all-time wins list just to be sure on here because I have them all. That is his 66th win. So execute Order 66. Unpin this message really quick because I want to do a poll with you guys. I want to know what you think. Just a simple yes or no answer. We're going to do it just like the Jeff Gluck one. Was this, if it'll let me, I don't know what's going on with my studio on this side, but was this a good race? Yes or no? Was this a good race? I want to know what you thought of this race. Don't give me what you think everyone else will like. Let me know what you think of it in there, and spam it in the chat. Y for yes, N for no in the chat. I thought it was all right. I'd see a lot of people saying it was like the worst thing ever. No, it wasn't. I've watched the worst Texas races ever. This was nowhere near that. Was this, to me, a all-time banger? No, I don't think it was. I think there was a lot of calamity in it. I think there was different issues throughout. I think there was passing and racing, and I think that as fans, that's what we should ask for Texas. And it is improvement. I will say that it is improvement. So going through the finishing order of this race, Kyle Busch won by a 1/10 of a second or so over Corey Heim. Then you have Sanchez, Eckes, and Zane Smith, the top 5. Daniel Dye was an impressive 6th place run. If it wasn't for having pit issues, he might have been up in that top 5 throughout the night. He kept always having to come back from that. You got the Gray brothers, Taylor and Tanner, 7th and 8th. Stephen Parsons, 9th. And a quiet 10th place finish for Ty Majeski on this Texas night, spring Texas night. Lawless Allen brings it home 11th. Raja Karuth comes home 12th. Bit of a good recovery after the issues that he had tonight. Then you got Stuart Friesen, Bailey Curry, and Matt Craft in the top 15. Dean Thompson and Johnny Sauter round out the first half of the field and the lead lap. Now, the next 6 are 1 lap down. Connor Jones in 18th, which, quick point. What was it with Fox showing Raja Carruth battling for 2 laps against a lap down truck when he was on the lead lap? I just didn't get that. But that's just me. Maybe there was something more to it that I wasn't seeing. Jake Garcia in 19th, Mason Massey 20th, Hill in 21st, 22nd, Holmes in 23rd, Ty Dillon. Ben Rhodes and Chase Purdy 24th and 25th, 2 laps down, as was 26th place finisher Matt Mills. Spencer Boyd 5 down in 27th. Keith McGee, final car on track, 8 laps down, or truck on track. I think I said car, but truck on track, 8 laps down, got him right where he wants him. The rest of these trucks were out tonight. Grant Enfinger 29th, Chris Wright in 30th, then 31st place Lane Riggs. NASCAR has Thad Moffitt in 32nd, Villarreal, I believe is how you say his name, in 33rd, and Tyler Ankrum last. That's where NASCAR has him. I know that Fox had him differently, but knowing Fox, they probably screwed it up. So, with that, we'll pop the results up here as well as our little logo. And quick reminder before we go into this race, we're doing this tomorrow for Xfinity, Cup on Sunday. We got the podcast on Eric Estep's channel, I believe. Eric Estep's channel with Jonathan Ramos coming on as a special guest on Wednesday. And I'll be this time next Friday on the IDK Player YouTube channel commentating iRacing. So come on out if that interests you. It'd be a lot of, I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun commentating those races. We're 28 likes away from 100. Let's see if we can hit that as we go into this. Looking in the chat, I do. Again, the thing I think that would be the most frustrating tonight is more nitpicky than anything. It's just that we were so close to somebody spoiling the party with Corey Heim at the end, and so close to Kyle Busch being beat by one of these guys head to head. But it's a nitpick. I don't think there were many massive problems tonight. I will say one funny thing was the lights being out in turn 3. From what I had gotten, at least, like from people at the track and people in the garage, it sounds like there might have been something blocking the lights or something like that. I don't know what exactly it was or whatever, because it got fixed later in the night. But there was a good portion of this night where turn 3 was dark. And I thought that was kind of funny, honestly, especially after the Denny Hamlin stuff. Last 2 more super chats really quick. One from Shadowfire Sin saying, I'm not usually one to gripe about the broadcast, but if I had a nickel for every time Michael Waltrip mentioned the shiny top groove during the race tonight. Yeah, the Fox FS1 broadcast was it's standard terrible for these truck races, unfortunately. Michael Waltrip was just odd tonight. He was like making weird grunts and sounds and stuff before he'd start speaking. He'd start mimicking the cars when he didn't, or truck throttle when he didn't have to. I don't know what he was doing up there, but well, Mikey was having a good time tonight. And then Garabuki for the 2. Did you catch Jamie Little missing the white flag call? I swear to God, I can speak tonight. Yeah. I think Mikey tried to jump in, and then she jumped in, and it was just all sorts of awkward. You'd think there'd be somebody in their headset being like, okay, like, Jamie, call it now. Go. I don't know what the hell was going on there, but it's, again, par for the course. But looking at this race, Nick Sanchez started this baby off on the pole, and he would get the lead early on. Wouldn't be until 2 laps in that we would get our first issue of the night. Thad Moffitt, as well as Villarreal and Tyler Ankrum, they would crash. Looked like, again, I didn't see any follow-up. I can check really quick on Faction 46's Twitter and see. I probably should have just checked like straight up with them. But I didn't see what the issue was. There was, there was no reason really given, but from what it looked like, something in the truck broke. and basically just nosedived him down low. And it ended his race really early. And from what it seemed like, they had a bit of speed too, but it's unfortunate. Thad Moffitt out early. Those 3 on the bottom done early. And the crazy thing is, with 34 trucks out there, it wasn't like it wasn't like there were a ton of trucks still to go. I mean, there were at the finish, there were 28, and that's kind of normal. But it's like 31 trucks basically ran this race. That's the best way to put it after that incident. They get restarted. It's the same as the start, though. Sanchez gets ahead of Eckes. Raja would spin in turn 2, and then we would go all over again with Sanchez and Eckes. By the way, that started basically just a below average night for Raja. He was able again to go up to 12th in at the end of the night, but what could have been kind of night for him. He probably had better speed than a 12th place truck. But Eckes finally this time gets past the 2. And we finally get some racing. We get some moving on, throughout the pack. And during this, Raja gets a flat. That's what puts him I think almost 2 laps down at one point during the night, because it was under green, no cautions, no nothing. But it was with only a couple laps to go in stage 1. Kyle Busch would run down the 19 of Eckes and just straight up pass him, win the stage over Eckes, Sanchez, Zane Smith, Friesen, Dye, Riggs, Enfinger, Heim, and Taylor Gray, your top 10. I mean, I'm looking at what you guys are saying, in the chat. I think the big highlight of stage 1 was Thad Moffitt and that crash. And thing is, it just looked like something broke in the front. I mean, the way that wheel was just sort of pinned to the side. I don't see Thad doing that on purpose. It didn't sound at all like he was based on his interview, which again, I don't think that even crossed his mind, but I think something probably just broke and he had nowhere to go, and the rest of them behind him had nowhere to go. But that was stage 1. That was stage 1, and from there, it got a little boring in the middle. I will not lie. Eric having Thad on jinxed him. Well, because we had Thad on the show, and then it wasn't a good race after that either. So, let's see. How could the Winston Cup points work with every series? I mean, they used to do full season with that same format, so it just worked the same way. Though I never see them going back to that. That's why we only do it for fun. But real quick, Andrew Winslow for the 5. To quote Kurt Cobain, with the lights out, it's less dangerous. Also, MWR is Tim Allen from Home Improvement. I think Tim Allen was better. Oh my God, yeah, the wheel. Okay, I said the wheel. Okay, how about this? Every time we have to say like the wheel or something about it in the truck series, like just spam wheels in the chat. Like I am A-okay with us making memes out of anything. So I'll spam a bunch of them too with y'all. Just spam wheels in the chat since I brought it up. And while you're at it, let's get to 100 likes. We're closing in right now. I will spam some wheels in there. Wheel emojis, not the word, the emoji. I want to see those wheel emojis flying in there. There you go. Let's make this like a fun thing. Let's just keep making it fun like that. Anyway, we go on to stage 2. And really not much happened in this stage again. Busch would get pushed ahead by Sanchez to the lead. Corey Heim would take it from Busch for a bit, but he would get it back. And from there, it was a pretty straightforward second stage. Movement throughout the pack again. It's not like it was bad by any means. There wasn't a bunch of crashes. Look at all those wheels going. What wasn't a bunch of crashes or anything, so it was better than the first stage in that regard. Racing was okay. Again, this was not a bad race in my opinion. I'm looking at the poll you guys got here, and it's looking like you guys kind of agree on that point. But we end the stage with Busch, Sanchez, Eckes, Heim, and Taylor Gray, the top 5. Then Riggs, Zane Smith, Daniel Dye, Grant Enfinger, and Johnny Sauter finishing the top 10 in stage 2. We're going to end the poll here. 85% of you said you thought this was a good race. 15, it says 14, but 15% of y'all said it was not. Again, I thought it was all right. You know, I know it's a very, compared to the poll we do, it's very, split. You can't really have any wiggle room or gray area. But it was, I think, better than a lot of people would expect for a Texas race. And to me, that's all you can ask. And I like that. Noah Coleman, big wheel, keep on turning. I like that. And yeah, Busch has one more truck race coming up. That's, I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't think many are looking forward to that because it sounds like he probably will. What's John in the chat here saying, this was a great race after what we got the first and second stages. What does Gen Z and X want? Demo derbies are a thing you can attend. I mean, I don't think it was too bad of a demo derby. It was all right. I mean, again, Texas is, to me, not that great of a track. But, at the same time, it wasn't bad. I won't say it's a great race, though. I disagree with you on that. Let's see. Iceberg, do you think this is a preview for Xfinity and Cup? I'd say so. I think Cup will be better. Cup has been better at Texas. When you take the tire issues out the first year, Cup has not been bad at Texas in the next-gen car, which is to be expected. The next-gen car has improved this racing at intermediate so much. I'm not surprised by that. We get to the final stage here on lap 87. We restart 7 and 17 in the front row. Eckes gets Busch to the lead. There really wasn't, again, too much that happened until we get to the green flag pit stops. And this is where we kind of like churn this baby up. To me, this part is kind of like, it could have been so fun too. Again, I'm more nitpicking anything in this race, which means to me, it was not a bad race. I see that John in the chat here saying that you were saying it was a good race. Again, I thought it was okay. I won't say good, but it was okay. Not tons of cautions, which is real racing. Cautions are for the squirrels. I'm not doing this real racing debate. Like, everyone has a different way they want to look at that stuff. I'm happy it wasn't crashing the whole damn time. I thought it was better than Martinsville. I'm not going to go and bend the knee and say it was a great race or anything. Like, it was a serviceable race, which for Texas is really good. Like, it's a good Texas race. What do you want me to say? But anyway, with 47 to go, we start the green flag pit stops. Purdy was really the only one that was, having any problems here. He sped. That pretty much nuked his race. Kyle Busch would pit 7 laps into this. The big issue here was with 37 to go, Lane Riggs got one around, crashed, and there were 7 trucks, they said, on the lead lap. Now, it ended up being 16 once the wave arounds turned up because Zane Smith was out there basically trapping people. But this, I think this is one thing. I don't know if many people had too much an issue with it. I didn't see too many people upset with it in the chat or on Twitter or whatever. Of course, I generally avoid the cesspool known as Twitter. But from what it looked like to me, it was an 11-lap caution, and it lasted forever. This kept adding laps. And the thing is, I think that those at the track, safety crews, race control, whoever, probably had a good reason. I'm just thinking at this point, Fox probably didn't show what the hell was going on. Because it was a pretty, hard crash. Might have been debris out there, might have been fluids. We don't know. But it was a longer caution. And so that came out with 37 to go. We go and restart with 26 to go, where Busch, again, clears for the lead until we have another caution. This, again, I won't say it's a wreck fest, but it turns into a little sloppier of a race towards the end. Nothing bad for Truck Series standards, I would say. But Friesen and Chris Wright spin in 1 and 2. We restart with 17 to go. Heim would actually take him 3 wide, and this was really badass in his part. The 7 and 19 are battling. Heim jumps it down low, and Kyle Busch nearly spins himself off his nose, and they battle to the backstretch. Unfortunately, Heim didn't have the momentum. The other two go past him, but with this, we have about a 4 to 5 truck accident, and it's the 19 that's ahead. He has a nose ahead at the moment of caution, at the scoring loop, you name it, he has it. So with 10 to go, we get a restart with the 19 and the 7 on the front row, and Eckes just fires off, has the lead. The 7 of Busch, though, comes right back, gets beside him, and by the next lap, when Eckes goes too high up the track, Busch has the lead, and it's seemingly over. Until 4 to go, Heim puts one last charge in at Kyle Busch, but he doesn't have any drafting help behind him. It's too dirty of air in front of him, and he ends up being so close but so far away, and 1/10 of a second. Heim gets beat by Busch. Busch getting his 66th career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series victory, tying the record, all of that, for Texas, everything like that. Like I said, I'd probably say 6 out of 10 race. For me, a 5 out of 10 race is just a normal race that I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. It wasn't a bad, I didn't waste my day. So for me, a 6 out of 10 race is like, okay, there were things I liked about this race, and I didn't waste my time, and I kind of liked it, And for me, at a Texas race, says a lot. That says a lot for me to say that about Texas race. Now, to look at what you guys are saying in the chat here. Napa Racing fans saying the broadcast gets an F, track gets an F for 1 and 2, race gets a C minus. I'd say the race gets a C plus. I think it was just a bit above an average race, but in that C range. Let's see. We're 1 like away, by the way, to 100. Should Texas get a repave in the near future? I mean, at this point, you just need to get the damn PJ1 off and see maybe if this track can turn into something good. Like, it's been getting better, and the next gen is good at 1.5 mile tracks. If it were up to me, we go back to the configuration we had before this one. I know it can't be perfect, but that was really damn good racing, I thought, by the end of it when the track was worn down. Look at the last couple Gen 6 races there. Like, look at the Gen 6 races there before they reconfigured Texas, and it's actually an enjoyable track to watch. I think it got way too much hate before, but you got to get the PJ1 off if you're going to stick with the way it is now. What do I think will happen? I think that Marcus Smith's going to turn this place into a damn super speedway, just like Atlanta. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that when Atlanta gets too much of a track that has to be handling based because of how much and how fast it is aged, they're going to be like, well, screw it. We need Texas to do well. Do it to Texas. And then that's what I'm worried. The only way that I would say yes to Texas being a super speedway reconfiguration is if Atlanta had 1 date. Just because I don't want too many super speedways on the schedule. I think that 6 races is pushing it majorly. And if you do, 7, 8 more than that, you're doing too much. So I hope not. I hope that's not the case. I would want to go back to the way it was. I know it would take a few years to age in, but this next gen car would be so damn good. It probably would speed up that factor. I mean, look at Kansas. Look at Charlotte. I guarantee you Chicagoland would be amazing, which again, bring back Chicagoland. Look at all these 1.5 mile tracks. Vegas, which I think Vegas is one of the lesser ones with this car, and it's still pretty good. Homestead. Homestead's awesome. So I'm all for that, but I don't trust SMI. I just don't. I don't trust the leadership to make the right call on that one. They need the old boot trophy back. They need the 6 shooters back. Like, that made it actually, I always thought those pictures were really cool when you got the driver winning the pole and they get a shotgun or a rifle, whatever. I don't remember what exactly the pole winner got, but the 6 shooters, like, that was just so unique and badass. Bring that back. Please bring that back. Yeah, Chicagoland was great, even under the ugly 550 package. Agreed. I mean, watch that last finish and race at Chicagoland, and it genuinely looked more like a next-gen race than a 550 race. I'm glad that people are seeing on this side of it. Kentucky needs to make a comeback. I'd say no, but I wouldn't be angry if it happened or even upset. I think that this car would actually probably put on a way better race. The best chance Kentucky would have at consistently good racing would be with this car. So I'm not horribly against it. I would say no, just because especially if you bring the fairgrounds, you're going to have a lot of saturation building up in this market, but is what it is. I wouldn't be too opposed to it. Just a matter of like what exactly can it bring to the table. Groovy Goose, thank you for the 5. Might just be me, but is Brett Holmes' number font the same font they use for the 32 of Braun Racing and Turner Motorsports? It's very similar, at least. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same, but it is very, very similar. Yeah, big thanks to Turn 2 for sponsoring this race. Yeah, shiny. Did you hear it was shiny? I don't know if we have an emoji for it, but how about we just spam shiny in the chat? Ooh, shiny. God, Mikey can be something. Am I a fan of Red Dead 1 and 2? Yeah, I like them. I like the mods for them. Like, the mods are so damn fun for them. Yeah, just spam shiny in the chat. I don't know if there's an emoji. Yeah, yes. I like that. Ben Simmons burner. I like that. Spam some stars or shiny. Like, see what emojis come up for shiny? Okay. How about some stars? Those will be shiny. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll spam some stars in the chat. How about that? There we go. Shiny. But again, summing up what I was saying, because I want to take up all of your night. I still got to run 10 miles tonight. Yippee. I would say a decent enough race. For Texas standards, it's improvement. That's all I want. I just want improvement. So you're not going to see me complaining about this race. Nitpicking every now and then, fine, whatever. But I won't. I will not complain. 10 miles is normal at this point. Because I've been training for a marathon, so I got 10 miler tonight, 10 miler tomorrow. I do want to ask you guys. I'll put this up to your guys' decision. Final poll of the night, because I've already ate today, so I'll be fine. But what should I have for dinner tomorrow? Let's have a fun poll to end this one off, and I'll put grilled fish, or I'll just put fish or shrimp. So what should I have for dinner tomorrow night? Let's have some fun with it. I had chicken last night. I had grilled chicken last night. I had some some healthy burgers today. So what should I have for dinner tomorrow night? You guys pick for me. I will have it. Whatever it is, I'll get it out of my fridge that's right next to my desk and let it thaw, or freezer, and let it thaw out for the night. But I'll let you guys decide on that one. But overall, give me your rating also out of healthy. Oh, define healthy burger. Basically no cheese, no bread, just burgers, just the patties, but super lean. I had burger patties, I should say. But give me your rating. 1 being the worst race you've ever seen, 10 being the best race ever. What you thought of this race? Again, I gave it a 6. I'd say personally that's like a C+ grade for me. But overall, not too bad at all. Something lighter than the lasagna once in it. So that was actually like a low-calorie lasagna. I've been like actually trying to get in shape. I don't know if it's noticeable. I know I've brought it up before. But I'm actually trying to like get in shape this year on top of the marathon training. So I think the last time I weighed myself, I was down 47 pounds since New Year's Eve. So just keep pushing it. Plus, you know, it's easier to run a marathon when you have a lot less weight to lug around with you. But I'll let we're seeing a bit of an edge here. We'll let the poll run to 100 votes. Let's get those likes up. Also sub if you're new, and we'll be back tomorrow night on this channel for Xfinity post-race, probably tomorrow afternoon, more than likely. And then Cup on Sunday, NASCAR Weekly Podcast, NWP on Wednesday on Eric Estep's channel. And then Friday night, Alabama 500 IDK Players YouTube channel. Going to be a lot of fun. We got the entry list, the 43 drivers who will be racing those next-gen cars around Talladega, 188 laps. I'll be commentating with Jonathan Ramos. Jonathan Ramos, the lead commentator, of course, his channel, IDK Player. But I can't wait. I can't wait. Going to be a jam-packed week, but a really fun one at that, and it's just going to keep building on itself as it goes. So we're 10 votes away. Put your votes in. Make your voice heard on what I should be eating tomorrow night. I got both those at the store today. I couldn't make up my mind. Whatever you guys don't choose for tomorrow, I'll have Sunday. So, and I won't be running that day, so I might just eat it before the race ends. But I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate the participation and everything. Hopefully the races just improve on themselves as the night or as the weekend goes on. I think that's actually what's probably going to happen. That's at least what history has kind of shown, in my opinion. And, we'll see. We'll see. I think tomorrow's race is going to be a lot of fun, though. Texas, actually, for Xfinity, has probably been the best series, in my opinion. So that's where I'll roll. 2 votes away. I mean, we already know what the decision is, but I want to see that hundo on the votes. So finish it up. Let's see. You had Crab today? Nice, Evan. Nice. One more vote and we'll end this baby off. I just want to see that triple number there. Will I be going to Throwback Weekend next month? No, I will not. I don't know when the next race I'm going to is. I know I'm going to Nashville. That's my next guaranteed race. So shrimp it is. I will write it down now. I will have shrimp tomorrow. Well, thank you guys so much for helping me with my diet. And coming out tonight, I will see you tomorrow after the Xfinity race. So until next time, have a good one. Have a good night. And I don't know. I had a good ending for this, and now I don't. So bye.